Chargers-Titans. Now, I got a kick out of this one because while I may not be a Titans fan, I live in Tennessee, so it does do my heart good to see the Titans do well. I certainly do not pull against them unless they're playing Dak Prescott or the Pittsburgh Steelers. But was that not the classic Chargers loss? Well, I mean, the classic Chargers loss. Justin Herbert's making plays because he's Justin Herbert and he's spectacular. They look awesome. And all of a sudden, Tennessee takes the lead. They're up 21-17. I'm sorry, 24-21. They go down the field, score a touchdown, take the lead. The Chargers get it back. Similar to Jacksonville, they get down to in the red zone, inside the 10-yard line, and they don't cash in. Kick the field goal. Dicker the kicker. Shout out to my man. Ties the game. Game goes overtime. This is why I'm so happy Dak Prescott no longer has to deal with Kellen Moore. This is why I love it. Okay? First down for the Chargers from the 25. Deep shot to Mike Williams. Second down. Deep shot thrown out of bounds. Third down. Deep shot to Josh Palmer, my man out of Tennessee. They throw the ball 3 straight times. They don't get anything. No creativity whatsoever. And here come the Tennessee Titans. Go right down the field. Walk it off with Nick Folk. Walk-off field goal for the Titans to win. I did pick the Titans to win this football game against the Chargers. Am I not being... By the way, Brandon Staley after the game getting really defensive. Really defensive. Post-game. Am I not kind of being validated about the Chargers in particular? I already know I was right about Brandon Staley. I think the results bear themselves out. Have I not been kind of right about Kellen Moore? Play calling down the stretch, suspect. That's why I said earlier in the show when my man Patrick commented, talking about if they fire Staley, to try and salvage their season. I'm like, no, I think it'll be just as bad because that means Kellen Moore is going to be the head coach, and that's not. If they want to try Kellen Moore out of head coach, hey, knock yourself out. But play calling once again for the Chargers, suspect. Late game, not great. I feel bad for I honest to God, I feel bad for Justin Herbert because this is a kid that I loved out of the draft out of Oregon. And I actually said he'd be the best quarterback in that class while Joe Burrow's been that guy. I think with respect to Tua Tagovailoa and what he's going to do in Miami, I think Herbert is absolutely the second best guy in that draft in 2020. But he got Anthony Lynn for 1 year, and I really like Anthony. I don't think Anthony Lynn's a great coach. He's better than Brandon Staley. I think that's pretty obvious by this point. But the fact that the last couple of years he had to deal with Brandon Staley and now Kellen Moore, it's a double whammy. That's why when I did my strengths and weaknesses for every team, division by division, I got to the LA Chargers. What's their weakness? It's just 2 guys, Brandon Staley, Kellen Moore. That's what they do. I mean, listen, and then I'll move on to the next game. If you switched Mike Vrabel and Brandon Staley, you made Mike Vrabel the head coach of the LA Chargers, and you made Brandon Staley the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, the Chargers would legit go 12-5 worst case scenario, and the Titans with Brandon Staley would probably win 5 games. LA's better than them in terms of talent, almost everywhere. I mean, the only position where the Titans are clearly better is at running back with Derrick Henry. And even Austin Eckler, who's dealing with some injuries right now, but Austin Eckler's excellent. Derrick Henry's better. That's it. LA's better. LA's better at quarterback, receiver, offensive line, deep. This guy's absolutely clueless. But head coach OC, clueless. Thanks so much for watching the show on YouTube, and be sure to go click that big red subscribe button and check out the other clips and full shows from Carving It Up Live, as well as our other incredible content creators here on the Grid Network.